That'll be alright, I reckon. You having a cup of tea?
Oh, yes, please.
I backed myself to have fixed it. I think we got it going on. Did we fix it? I think we fixed it. There it is. There it is. I wonder what it was connected to. That's wild. Sorry, guys. Not one with nature today. Well, you should be able to hear some bugs. That's about it. Let me just get this thing sorted. There we go. That's good position. That's better. G'day, Mike. Lounge room. I think it was, it might have been connected through a set of aftershocks. I didn't know they could do audio though. That's wild. Ha! 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 He got it. He got it. All right. Where are we going here? I will die a dreamer. So we're going for another layer on this fella. But after I find a cloth for this brush, oh my lord. Got it. There we go. Sorted. I could hear oh, it's sorry, Shelby, I read that comment like it was a random one. But yes, Benny Boy was after a cup of tea. And yes, he did get it. We're just having, well, ironically, a cup of tea. So that's fun. How much to request a portrait, Ash? It depends what size you're after. So if you're after something real big, like this size, then it can be a bit more expensive and there can be some shipping costs involved. But if you're after something half the size, it makes a big difference. For something this size, it's usually in the realms of around 800. But get in touch with me and let's see what you're after and what will work for you. We'll try and make you happy. But if you can go on my bio, you can check it out in the website and you can check it out on Instagram as well. So in the bio, you got Instagram and a website. And you can do either one of those to get in touch. How fun's that? Barefoot or wearing shoes? JJ. Depending. At the moment, this sort of evening, with some bug spray, we're definitely preferring barefoot. But it won't all quite fit in the frame. If you're doing a long painting session, sometimes it feels better to be wearing shoes, because it's more gentle on your soles. G'day guys. Barefoot paint. Jeepers. Jeepers. I'm your little barefoot painter. No. If I'm doing like a 4-hour session, bare feet aren't the best thing. Die a dreamer, I won't die a man. There we go. Stroke by stroke, piece by piece. Did you finish The Girl with the Horse? Cheryl, yes we did. So I said I was going to come back to it, but that's why we paused, because I thought if we just stop now, I'll wander off and I'll come back and I might feel differently about it. And we do. So I'll show you. Then again, I might wake up tomorrow morning and completely change my mind. We don't know. So, let me show you. The Girl with Le Horse. Oh, is it too close? It's too close. Can we fit? We can just about fit. I'll twist you around a little bit, guys. Let's go like this. Ooh, don't fall over on me. You can manage. There we go. Right, here we go. This is The Girl with the Horse. You'll notice it's got a reflective surface, but it's got paint over the top too. It looks fab. Thanks, guys. So, it wanted to be more abstract, and if I bring it up closer, you'll notice the girl actually, towards the end, is still very abstract. You can just make out her hands, the horse. The trees in the background are the most crazy thing. Big, long, linear lines upwards, with tons of colour, tons of craziness, and the horse, still that element of abstraction there. Probably, yeah, I think we're in a good place with it. And it's got a lot of layers going on, so it's quite a thick piece of work. And on the angle, like we talked about, although the female and the horse seem like the main characters, that background with all those trees and those vertical white lines are taking up a lot of our attention. So that's what we're up to. This one here's done. Now what we need to do with it to finish it off is we need to put a little frame around the edges, because it's board. So with canvas, you could just send it and be like, done, which is cool. I love that. But with board, we need to frame it. So since we like this one, to finish it off, I like to get some beading from Bunnings or Mitre 10. Aluminium beading's fine. Preferably the black or the white. And what you do is, if you've got the ability, cut it on the 45s and just sit it over the top. It's like a little U-bend. It just sits in there and it will just finish the thing off. Make it look like it's a finished product. Yeah. Got to frame your work. Got to frame it. So that's a good way to do it. Bunnings and Mitre 10, go into the section there for the beading. The other way to do it, the easiest way, is probably with an L bracket. So an L's like the shape of an L, and you put it on like this. And so it sticks out this way a little bit, and then comes behind the board. And you can drill it into the board, and then it hangs over just the front there a little bit, so the surface doesn't get damaged as much. That works as well. And plus, if you notice this, See how it's got a bit of flexibility, just like a canvas front? Putting a beading around the outside, aluminium or metal, will make sure the whole thing's sturdy and square. There we go, finished painting. Like I say, guys, when it comes into the next few stages of doing these canvases, I'm going to start doing a canvas per session. So it's going to be faster, but this one we spent about 3 or 4 sessions on. That was good fun. And there's our horse and girl. Remember, we're doing it a bit more abstract, guys, and the reason we do that is because it's... Ooh, I'm going to put this down. Here we go. Go here. Because that's the best place for painting to remain these days. For realism and even surrealism, AI will start to take over those areas. So we want to make sure we're actually using the brush and using expression and expressive brush strokes to try and make sure we're just using all painting has to offer. That's what we're up to. Right, on to this amazing man's face. Let me just twist you around, guys. There we go. You in the right spot? I wish it was a gingerbread house. Right. Looks like something that was part of floor catching the drips while real art was... Oh, sorry, Mai. I'm sorry you don't like it. Hi, did you watch Form Global Crisis? No, I did not. Your feedback is awful. I'm sorry. You're getting bad feedback. It should not be too bad. It's just a phone. Hey, Marcus. How you doing? Is that Marcus? Yeah. Okay and okay. Go out and come back in. Yeah, I can see that working. I can see that working. All right. Big portrait. Face. Adding some colour to it. We're going in with the Arctic blues at the moment. That's the plan of attack. I just want to get these colours in the right place. Move. Oh, we'll do over here first and then I'll move over. I will daydream. I prefer working with oils, but remember guys, oils can be really fumey. So if you're into working inside, then you may just prefer acrylic by default, and there's nothing wrong with that. Acrylic and oils are actually fairly similar. One's not better than the other, so do what suits you the best. Acrylics, you can add more mediums to it, I find. Oils take way longer to dry, which you'll either love or you'll hate. That's typically what puts me to either side most of the time. Sometimes you want something that dries really slowly, and sometimes you want it dry ASAP. So from that and that alone, I'm usually choosing what one I'm going to use. Thanks, Marcus. Appreciate you. um, possibly, possibly, but I sort of like it. I think one of the things that's really fun about art is that this is quite different from a regular portrait, and that's actually really fun. That's probably the uh, the appeal of it. And actually, the guy who ordered this commission, he was very open and honest about it. He said, I love how loud and obnoxious it is," and in that way, getting an abstract picture like this, typically when you get an abstract face, it's always, I don't know, it's never this obnoxious and silly. So I like where his head's at. I think, yeah, that's definitely a point, but I think he's aware of that and he's playing into that. That's part of the fun. Use the energy to comment means. Sorry, I missed that there. The fact that people use the energy to comment means things. Lol, you. Thanks, JJ. And then what's that one? Bad, maybe a different day. I'm confused. This is bad? Could be. Art's subjective. We're just going to keep adding on these Arctic ice tones. See where it takes us. I love the artist. Ooh, why do I keep being so blind to this? The pouty lips. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. We're all entitled to our own opinions. I sort of like it. I think it's funny. It's a very bold thing. I think we have to commend that. There we go. Right. Where to next? Reds. Reds. Hey, Felicia, welcome, and thank you so much for the kiwi. I appreciate you. I probably missed some comments there, guys, so I'm very sorry. How do I imagine to put things into colour? That is part of the thing. I love the freedom of just choosing, now it needs red, now it needs blue, white, orange, shade of purple. That's one of the things I like most, the sheer freedom of choosing what colour's going to saturate the canvas next. Very wholesome. Oh, we got some haters. That's alright, guys. I wouldn't use the word hater because it sort of means, everyone's got their own opinions. It's art. And honestly, as things build up in layers, people will either love it or hate it. And on top of that, you'll also find that when you finish a piece of artwork, chances are, especially if it's abstract or expressive, if you express yourself, the whole world's not going to like it, but some people are going to love it. So don't let that stop you from expressing yourself, but be prepared for not everyone to like what you do. And in fact, if someone strongly doesn't like it, you're probably on the right track, because that means you've made someone feel some emotion, which means you can make someone feel emotion in the other direction. So hate's a good thing. Hate's a strong word, but if you're making someone hate something, you're probably making someone else love something. So have at it. No, I haven't. I had a big break throughout the middle of the day where I was not painting. Ooh, that is just far too red. We'll tone that back a little bit. There we go. Chuck that in there. Perfect. Perfect. Now we're talking. Yeah, thanks, JJ. Totally agree. There'll always be someone who loves it and someone who doesn't, though. So how does that? Yeah. I mean, you could go into the Louvre, the most fancy place for art, probably the best places for art on the face of the planet. And you know what? You won't like everything you see, but it's all masterful work. Does that make you wrong? No, you just genuinely didn't like it. And you're entitled to do that. That is phenomenal. Where are we at, guys? Marmite, you either love me or hate me. Yep, fair enough. And what does commissioned mean? So commissioned means rather than buying a piece of artwork off someone, you ask for a certain type of artwork. So you say, yo, can you please paint me a picture of my dog? And then the artist paints you a picture of the dog and you buy that particular picture. So a lot of people who like art prefer commissions, because that way they can get exactly the picture or subject matter they were after. And then some people prefer for the artist to make what they think they want and go from there. But it's all the Wild West. So commission is specific art, probably. That's a good way to put it. For a piece this size, chops and changes, but for a piece this size, it can land around the sort of $800 mark. One thing you do to keep the price down is to paint onto boards, because stretched canvases can be quite expensive. And with all the compounds that I use and the thick glazing gels, then it is usually better to paint on board, because the surface is harder and will hold its form better when you add on all those things. But you can find all the details on the website. If you jump into the bio, into my bio, and you'll see in there that there's a website and an Instagram. You can reach out direct, depending on what you're after. I mean, if you wanted me to just paint a blue ball, then that would be quite fast. But if you're wanting a giant cityscape, or something along those lines, that could take a little bit longer, depending on what we're after. We need some brown in here now, guys. There we go. Let's get some of this and some of this. There we go. Thanks, Ash. Well, that's a very witty line, Nadia. But I'm gonna make a few extra little things available via the website, guys. So if you like a picture, you don't have to take the giant step of buying into one. You can get like a t-shirt or a mug of your favourite one, which would be pretty fun. But for now, we can just all hang out together and paint. That's fun. How long have I been painting for, Apple? For a long time. Since I could walk. Before that. Long time. But I think that shouldn't deter you from starting yourself. Here we go. Let's get a bit more of that red. Perfect. Oh, that's a deep brown. That's what we're after. Maybe even like a little bit of green. That colour's wild. This will do perfect. There we go. 2 little nostrils there. He's got something that comes down there. And then over here, like a little lip there. That slopes down there. Perfect. Hello, welcome back. Cheers, guys. Can you hear that moorpork? Yes, I can. It's just hanging out, it's just doing its thing. These eyes looking really good, guys, but like I say, can't get too caught up focusing on the eyes. Otherwise I'll lose something in the rest of the painting. So keep my attention moving around this canvas. Can't get too locked into one place. Thanks, lady. And what's the strangest, weirdest thing I've painted? What is the weirdest thing I've painted? I'm not sure, actually. Can't think. I think when you're painting, a lot of the time, a lot of subjects can be strange in their own way. The way the paint lands, the way it changes. Could be a variety of things that happens. But no, I haven't painted anything that's like outwardly strange to start with. Not that I have a problem with it. It's just colours and tones. You just sort of make it. Good morning from Trinidad. Welcome, Yogi. I recognise that name. There will be mosquitoes out tonight. Why is it always so heavy? What's it? The painting? We're trying to keep it light and happy. Hello, Peterson. Brushstrokes. Yeah, so I like to do heavier brushstrokes because it keeps a lot of the colour in the paint. We're going for vibrancy, and typically the paint straight out of the tube, and it's added very thick. Very thick. I like the paint to go on thick, and that's how we make it. Thank you, 45 kg Dreams. You're 100% right. The one catch here, though, the one catch, and I love that you pointed that out, because that is a major. But on this one is a board, and so on a board I have to frame it, and so the edges will actually get covered, but I'll do a segment on that at one stage. One day it'll say like framing thing, and I'll show you how to make a really cheap effective frame, because framing can be very expensive, it can be tough, but if you know some some quick little tips, some fun things, you can make a frame on a board that'll make your artwork look fantastic, like at a level that it can go in a gallery for only a few bucks. And that's great, especially if you're just starting out, to save a few bucks. Now with this one here, we're going to go a bit fancier, but the same philosophies that I'll show you will apply. So we'll do that at some stage, promise. That confirms he knows what he's doing. Bop-eye painting. That's what we're up to. That's the plan. That's what we're doing. Here we go. The connection is better now. You blew me off. Last time I asked this painting. Oh, sorry, Zeet. I never meant to blow you off, so I'm very sorry. Where is everyone from? All over the show. I'll start. I'm from New Zealand. This is Tauranga. I live in Auckland, but we're painting in Tauranga. Wild. We're actually going to move this now. But where to is the question. I think I'm going to move to here. I reckon that's probably alright, actually. If I put it there, move that to there. How am I looking? Probably pretty good, to be honest. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, guys, that works. It's not quite as high as I'd like it, but it'll keep. That comes up. See, this comes right to there. There we go. It's kind of echoing right now. Is it just me? It might be. Thanks, guys. I'm also in Tauranga. That's fantastic, Josh. Enjoy this lovely evening that we've got going on. What a treat. I'm just going to add some big... See here, this is Van Gogh style. We're just getting the paint. And he did this, I believe, because it was the easiest way with the current tools we've got to A, make it look the colour we're trying to make it look, and B, keep that paint looking saturated and vibrant. We get the result we want while also making the paint look beautiful, and that's the easiest way to do it. So I back Van Gogh 100%, that's not just, we're not just trying to be clever by doing little flicks. We're actually trying to make the paint look beautiful while expressing the image. So we only have a finite amount of time, and that finite amount of time, we need to capture the subject. And that, excuse me, that, my friends, is one way we can do it. Please make a segment on that. I really want to learn different tips of framing that's not expensive. Yes, 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 yes. Because framing can really blow the bank. It really can. And it doesn't have to. Oh, there we go. So here we go. This is the first big fault we've noticed. That cheek needs to come right the way in. It's going to come all the way out to here. There we go. Hello. Jeepers creepers. That's a big fella. Big beetle's just wandering past, guys. But we're not going to bother him. He's just doing his thing. Or she. If they're flying around, it might be a different story. They're not. So we'll leave them. I think that's fair. Jason Pollock. No, he didn't paint splatters. So Jason would get paint buckets and splatters and really make a real mess around the place. And he was 100% expression and 0% realism. Didn't want to show off anything. Just wanted to have fun with paint, which is fantastic. Good for him. But we're doing more of an impressionist style. We're just using a brush. We're using old school techniques to make up a face. That comes down to, yeah, there we go. There we go. But it's probably better described as Van Gogh rather than Jason Pollock. Both great people. Both great people, but we're a bit more abstract than Van Gogh, to be fair. Depends on the content or the requester, few hours a day, few weeks to months. This is true, Ash. This is 100% true. I try and keep the cost down as much as possible for you guys to look after you as best as possible. But yeah, the thing that really gets you is shipping. To get it overseas. So, yeah. But look, guys, if you do resonate with a piece of artwork, regardless of where it's from, a farmer's market, if you're out in a gallery, wherever it may be, you do resonate with a piece. Don't underestimate that. That's really special. And maybe not in that moment, but at some point, make a move on that emotion. Don't just keep letting that stuff slip by. Yeah, that's the good stuff. Just like that. These strokes will land. I don't know what's going on here, guys, but we're really landing some punches. Now, is that going to come up a little bit, or is that going to come down? Come down there. It's going to come to about there. There we go. And then this comes down here. That's coming there. That's all good. That's in the right place. And this one here. Yeah, this is the second time we've lifted this eyebrow. But we got to. It's got heat coming up, baby. And that's about there. It's in the right place. Don't let the previous lines ever guide what you put the next ones to, guys. Let the whole picture, let the picture that you're using as your reference guide always change how you're adding paint on here. If there's a line here that you know from the reference picture, it should be over here. Move that sucker. Move it. When did you start to paint? When I was a little baby. How much do your paintings cost on average? They vary hugely, but you can leap on the website to see. So in my bio, there's a website and there's an Instagram. And yeah, all sorts of goodies on there. So, well, I say all sorts of goodies. Just a bunch of videos similar to TikTok, and the website's a bit of fun. There's an About Me page with a whole blurb on there. And yeah. Zeta, you being mean, are you? Yes, Mike, absolutely. There we go. Abstract art or surrealism art? So it's probably abstract. Impressionist style is the best way to put it. Best way to put it. And yes, it's really relaxing, guys. So if you're looking to pick up a new hobby, this is the one to go for. If you've got a little outdoor area, some old boards, this can be really fun. Half eyebrows. Yes, it should be. Should be. But it's sort of starting to come to the right shape there. That's going to move down there slowly. If we just chuck this last bit of paint on the brush down here. There we go. Now we're jumping back on those tans and those browns. There we go. This is the colour we're after. What have we got? Save your tears for another day. Dun, 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 dun. Thanks, Ash. Answering questions as I missed them. Really appreciate it. So there's a link in the bio for the art page. Otherwise, you can just hang out here with us. Or you can follow me on Instagram. Which is fairly similar to TikTok in terms of how I use it. Except, yeah, all the fun stuff. There we go. I'm just going to stand back for a moment, team. Just so I can have a look-see. Just before I pick the next colour. What time is it? It is 11 o'clock. 10 past 11. No worries. Thanks, Ash. You're an absolute champion. I wonder if actually I can go like this. One day I'll figure out how to do moderators. And once I figure out how to do that, bang, we'll get you sorted. Actually, I was looking at sending all the oddly shaped works to the gallery. And that way, the website will be more streamlined. But still working on it. 5 a.m. That is wild, Austin. Look after yourself. Have you ever been to a paint and sip session? I have. They're fantastic. Great way to do some fun painting. Great way. Now, where are we sitting with this work? Just going to stand back for a moment, team. It's looking really good. The head's actually landing in just about the right place all around here. This part here is too skinny, so this needs to balloon out a little bit. We were sort of addressing that over here a little bit, but it'll just come out a little bit more. Pull that face out, and that'll work just fine. You're 15 and you need painting lessons. Well, you're in the right place. This is free, and we're doing abstract stuff. And you are welcome here. So, enjoy. Tommy, unfortunately, no. Give me 1 second though, guys. I'll be back in just a moment. I'm going to grab one more cup of tea. Un momento. Inbound. Hello. Sorry. Sorry, Anna. Thank you. It's rough, lol. My sleeping schedule's all messed up. Oh, Austin, that's no good. Thank you, Ash. That's exactly where you can find it. And we actually rushed through a last minute piece. Oh no. A last minute piece the other day for my partner's mother. And that was really fun. And it looks really cool. So, there's a little reel about that. In my story, actually, you can see her receiving the painting, which was pretty special. Happy girl. Now, this actually comes over here more. There we go. Now we're talking. That's where that's supposed to be. All the way up there. God, I wish I was in Auckland right now. I wish. Am I married? I'm not married. Are you related to Patty Gower? No, I'm not. And Jennifer, welcome to the stream. Welcome. Okay, this face here. See how I've got it here? It needs to move all the way here. That's about 4 inches. We're definitely going to do it. And the reason we're going to do it is because everything we've done so far on that cheek is just going to be considered a happy little mistake. There we go, bang. So you'll see now, these cheeks, now it's in the right shape. And you know what? The fact those cheeks are sort of just drawn out bigger, sort of fun, actually. Sort of like how that happens. So we'll run with it for a while. Maybe additional layers will cover it up. If they don't, I'm a fan. What's wrong with Tauranga? Nothing's wrong with Tauranga. My partner's just in Auckland. And I had to leave suddenly, so I was like, I've got to go. And so, yeah. Which, it's sort of a moot point, because I'd be painting right now in Auckland anyway, but it would be nice to be in Auckland. It would be fantastic. But Tauranga is lovely. Tauranga is lovely. My 2 brothers are in the living room right now, and they are watching Yellowstone, which is fantastic. And I am out in the front of the house, painting with you guys. Don't worry. I've seen Yellowstone. I'm not missing anything, I promise. Which tea would you recommend? Well, in this case, I actually went for the one with coffee in it. So, Makona 5 medium roast. But as far as tea goes, can't go past a good bell tea. Just keep it nice and simple. Nowadays, all the teas are really fancy. There's a million different kinds. They're all wild. They're all fantastic. So you know what? If you want to be a real tea hipster, buy the most mainstream tea you can find. And don't just buy the mainstream tea. Really enjoy it. Now that will make you the real hipster. Is it acrylic paint? Welcome back, Ray. It is not acrylic paint. This is oils. But we're certainly applying it like it's acrylics. That's part of the fun. No, we're applying it very thick. We're being quite wild with it. Which is all good. There we go. And now we're straight into the white. We're going to need more white before this is finished, guys. This is going to need a lot of white. I'm a little bit undecided about the hair at the moment. Whether I'm going to add a bunch of texture to it or just let it ride. But I'm excited to find out. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Yorkshire tea and PG tips here in the UK. Yeah, PG tips. I've heard about that. That is a big thing for you guys. This is New Zealand. This is bada bing bang boom Tauranga. Tauranga. G'day, Brody. Welcome back. I missed you. It's been a while. It's been a while. Dun 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 dun. It's been a while. My friend got me tea that was like marmalade, except with orange, ginger, and lemon. So yummy. Wild. Yay for outdoor painting. Where do you get your paints from? Yeah, thanks, Austin. Welcome. Good to have you on board. So, the paints are all from warehouse stationery, for the most part. But I do try, whenever I get the chance, to buy from local art stores, because local art stores will really struggle with big suppliers like warehouse stationery or other big chains supplying art supplies. So if you like your local art store, you like the people who work there, you like the niche products they can provide, then I really recommend going in and board and go into the art store there. And even if it's a couple of bucks more, trust me, they're not trying to rob you. It's just the fact that they can't get that really competitive pricing due to not being able to buy as much of it. So if you feel like you can afford the extra few dollars here and there, go to the local art store, and yeah, one day when you're after something very specific or some advice, the art store will be there to help you out. So that's important. Hi, Brody. Oh my God, a more pork. Yes, you'll hear that in the background a lot around here. Wow, there's such a slay answer. I missed the answer, but did I give the answer? I'm not sure. And thanks, Austin. Who are you painting? Oh, right. So this is a portrait of a gentleman. And he is after a portrait. So I love it because this is the photo we're going with. And it's actually, this is fun. Because a lot of the time, people who want portraits end up grabbing like, hey, this is the best photo of me, this is front on, this shows me in the best light. And he selected this photo. The photo he's given me is even a little bit blurry. Like, it's the perfect shot to be painting. And this is sort of where painting gets really fun, because we've got a picture which is going to be made in a fine art, abstract realism, impressionist style, but we've got a subject matter that sort of throws it into a tailspin. And I think that's fun. That's quite cool for art. Thank you for achieving the... Oh, thanks, guys. That's awesome. We've achieved the live goal. I will say too, though, guys, that all the little Kiwis and things that we get on the live, it all goes into helping buy cool stuff for the stream. So at the moment, it's funny because we're not using the one thing we've got, but this is what I got recently. This is a little thing that you can speak into, but at the moment it's not plugged in because the camera at the moment is plugged into a charger. So I've got this little thing and we're not using it. So the next thing I'm going to get is going to be a splitter, so we can plug this in to the phone and charge at the same time, if there's such a thing. Thanks, Austin. You're an absolute champion. If you come back on in the next few days and we've got something else funky, you'll be to thank for it. So that's wholesome. Here for the art, staying for the box. The box? The box. We do package these. And like I've been saying, if you want something packaged well, board is the best. Board is the best because it ships the best. The front surface is indestructible. That's fantastic. And with a canvas, the front surface is so fragile. So if you're shipping to America, even in a really protected box, you never quite know. but you do if it's a board. Very hard to break a board. Like, what would you have to do if you were like transporting that to break it? You have to sit down for a bit and have a think about it. How am I going to break this? Because it wouldn't come naturally. Cheers, guys. Right. And this is irregular, guys. This is because I'm probably a little bit tired. I've actually got the paint tray sitting down on the ground. Normally I carry it around with me, but changing world out there. Right. Tons of white, a little bit of the tan colour, and then we're going to grab a little bit of red. That's going to give us, imagine like a salmon colour with some undertones of hot pink. Is that a good way to describe it? How do I describe this colour? Looks like raspberry. Looks like disgustingly rich raspberry ice cream. That's the colour we've got now. How tall am I? That's a great question. I figured out the other day that I am 5'9". Thought I was 5'11". I'm not 5'11". I'm 5'9". That is my height. And I grew it all myself. Is this Elon? It's not Elon. It is not. But I can see how you'd think that. We're going to move this again, actually. I thought we went far enough. We did not go far enough. We will move it further. There we go. There we go. Bumping out even more. Don't allow previous lines, no matter how good they are, guide where you put future lines. Let those future lines go where they think they should go. That's the key. That's the key. Hey Seb, painting looks amazing. Just popping by to say hi and bye as I've got to get up at 6 a.m. You guys have some wild schedules. You're up at 6 a.m, you're up at 5 or 4. Alright, look after yourself. Hello from Liverpool, UK. Speaking of Liverpool, UK, well, not at all, but I need to get a glass of water as well. So, hold fire. That's cool, you're from Liverpool though. I like that. I'm from New Zealand. Code on that. Coming. Coming. Dun, dun, dun. Get a glass of water. Alright. How we doing here, guys? Let me just put you back here a little bit. Boom, 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 boom. How are we sitting here? I think we're looking pretty. Yeah, right about there. How's that positioning, guys? I think we're in a pretty good spot. There we go. Cool. Thanks to the Kiwi Austin. You're an absolute champion. Hello, Singing Dino. Welcome back to the stream. And I am 29. 29 years old. I stopped growing at about 19. Do you ship to the US? Yes, I do. So, if you would like a painting to go to the US, you can jump in my bio and contact me via Instagram or via the website, and we can work something out. Also, you can leap on the store, and there's paintings there that are currently available, or you can order commissions via there, or you can order a commission just directly via me, via Instagram, or however you like. Now, I know some people are waiting to get emails back from me, but I thought I'd jump on the live today, here, and then tomorrow morning, while I'm sitting up, I'll answer everyone's emails. So, if you've been waiting on me, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to ignore you. I will answer you. And I'm sorry for taking so long. On to you, Rock. Thank you, Live Goal Met. Cheers, Ash. Paint me a pic of Taylor Swift, please. One day, maybe. One day, maybe. And what's something someone said that stuck with you forever? Ooh. I've got a great one. Cheers, Austin. So, I was in Barcelona on a trip. And I was at a gallery called Moco, which was for some very famous artists. There was some Picasso in there, there was Salvador Dali, there was some, who else was there? Banksy, there was lots of famous people. But anyway, what was really interesting was there was a saying that really stuck with me. And I only read it recently, but it did stick with me. And it said, take the risk or lose the chance. And it's cheesy, but man, it's special though, isn't it? Yeah, that really stuck with me, and it still sticks with me. And I don't just think about that for one thing. I think about that for all the time, for lots of different things. Take the risk or lose the chance. It's very profound because we do it and we negotiate that all the time in our everyday lives. So I was a big fan of that. That really stuck with me. Hey there, thank you very much. Well, take the risk or lose a chance. That's bang on singing Dino. And yeah, I was that moved I actually bought a hat with a saying on it from the gift store. I couldn't find one with that saying on it, but I knew regardless it would remind me of that saying. So I don't often buy stuff from gift stores, but this gallery, just everything about it, it was changing stuff. So I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that. Here we go. We'll get the field down through here. Now we're talking. Can you get a bit of purple in here, actually? Purple into the brown sounds strange, but it does make the brown darker and muddier. Just the right amount of it. Just the right amount. We're just going to keep pulling this face into the correct proportions. I'm going to let it just be incorrect. Because if we're trying to capture someone, part of the key features of their face is the outline. Yeah, he's starting to really fall into place now. This is in a good way. We're on the right track. Thank you for sharing. You are more than welcome. What time is it here? 11:30 at night. How wild's that? What type of painting is this called? Do your brothers paint as well? No, just me. So it's about pretty warm evening actually. 17 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. But yeah, pretty warm evening. I will say. There was another question there that I was answering. Oh, the style, that's right. So this would be abstract realism, or Impressionism. So Impressionism is when we try and use the tools that we have at hand, so in this case a brush, paint and a surface, to create an impression of the subject without actually trying to make it look like the real subject. With realism, for example, we're trying to create the impression of the subject. So that's what we're up to. 2:30 a.m. here, and it just rained. Wow. It's negative 12 degrees. That's wild. Yeah, a little bit warmer than that here. Borderline muggy. Who are you painting? It's a portrait. Portrait of a gentleman. And it's going really well, actually. We're pretty much where we want it to be. We're going to keep adding in these colours that we know are correct. Keep slowly pulling it towards where we want it to be. But keeping the strokes rough, guys. It's a big face, and we want to make sure we capture a lot of expression. We don't do that with chicken scratches or little uncertain strokes. So lots of big spaces here, big spaces and slow moving tones, and that means we need confident strokes. I mean, we always need confident strokes, but more than anything, we need it in this one. If you're going to put paint anywhere on this face, you put it there with confidence. And you land it. And so that no one can look at the face and go, I'm not sure if he wanted paint to go there. We never want you thinking that. I never want you thinking that. I want you to see every drop of paint on this thing and think, Seb wanted paint to go there. Not just a little bit. He was dead set on it. That's what we're after here. Pardon me. Thoughts on Ukraine and Russia war? No thoughts. This is a little... big bug. Horse recently painted. Indeed. Do you paint fans? Austin, best thing to do is send through some... I've got an inspiration wall. And so on the inspiration wall is a bunch of stuff. Dogs, loved ones, and things that people send me. And the best thing to do is to send through some photos, because then, if we have some sparse time, we can grab someone's photo off the inspo wall and turn it into art. So that's the way to do it. But as we continue on though, guys, and I get space opening up, December's loaded and early January's loaded. But when space opens up, mid-January and things like that, we can start doing some more fun paintings. We can do some bands, we can do some subscribers, we can do some just all sorts of really cool, engaging stuff. And I'm looking forward to it. But there's a couple of commissions that I have to send out the gate first. So we'll do that. That's coming along pretty good right now. This one's really popping. If I send a picture of myself, would you do it? Well, Austin, I can't promise I'll do it, but if you send it through, I will print it off and I'll put it on the inspo wall. And so when I go looking for a picture, when it comes close to time to start something new, you've got a likelihood of being in there. And that's the best way to get a shot. That's what I reckon. Thank you. This beautiful NC here. This makes my heart happy. Wholesome. All right. I've been here long since the beginning. The painting is really coming alive. Thank you. You can also paint... that's very nice of you. Cheers, guys. Lots of lovely things been said in there. Yeah. I think this face is coming... I think we're going to add a bit more. Now that I look at it, the hair, as we've pulled the face around, has sort of changed a little bit. But we're going to spread that hair out some more. I think we're going to do it with Le Bleu. The blue is going to be the thing that does the trick. Definitely, Austin. I appreciate it. I look forward to it. It's going to be good. Right, this comes down here. Whole way down there. There we go. That's where that wants to go. Perfect. And this is going to pop out here. There's going to be a little bit that pops out here. Here we are. We're getting this painting in the right position. That's what we're doing right now. There we go. Hello. In the right position you go. All right, all around here. This is what we're after. Perfect. around here where we're sitting. Let's have a look-see. Okay, there, that comes out to there, perfect. Perfect. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. 007 followed me. Oh, that's fantastic. I love it when you take the time off the spy work to come and take part in this. And I'm missing a few things there, but I hope we're all loving each other and having fun. So that's the important thing. As long as we're doing that, then we're all golden. There we go. Cool. That's looking correct. These strokes are starting to look the way and feel the way that they're supposed to. And that's the goal. This hair here comes up wildly high. There we go. Hello. Around here you come. That's where you go. And then over here, we got some little ones in here. There we go. And then there's some big ones through here. Just like that. Awesome. And then there's a little one here. And then there's coming down here. And then here. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, Milanta. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. And coming over here. Spike that down there. Spike that there. Spike that there. And then that goes around there. Perfect. Right. Sorry guys, I missed some comments there. Also between a New Zealand accent and Australian. New Zealand sound like robots, so quite monotone, and Australians sound more, they got a B in their bonnet, like a yeah. But yeah, both accents sound really similar to the rest of the world. Both are great accents, and to be fair, we pretty much sound exactly the same. Cheers, Campbell. Knew it sounded asserting the area, but couldn't tell. I'm from North America. Welcome, all the way from North America. Now, I'm not going anywhere, guys, but I'm going to pull back here to have a look at this painting from a distance to make sure I nail the next colour correctly. Be in the bonnet. No, be in the bonnet's like an angry thing, but be in the like sort of the throat is what I'd say. Like, hey, order the taxi. It's like down the back there a little bit when they speak. But like this is unfair because actually Kiwis sound really similar to Australians, and yeah, I love an Aussie accent. But yeah, us Kiwis just sound like robots. So they're more fun. Do you have Scottish heritage? I do not, and I've been painting since forever, since I was a little tacker. Let me pull back here a little bit to see this painting from a distance. K. Sorta cool. Okay, so we're going to grow a few things here. We're definitely going to bring this up some more. That's going to come to there. If you hear that noise in the background, guys, there's a frog that's hanging out by the pool. It's making that bonk, bonk. There you go. There it goes again. That comes in there, that goes in there, and that comes around here like that. Perfect, now we're talking. That's where that's supposed to be. Sorry if I missed a few comments here too, guys. Yes, we are live right now, if that's the question. I miss it. That's a frog? That's a frog, all right. Definitely do audiobook recordings. No robot at all. I'm confused, but it sounds fun. It does sound fun. I thought it was a cow. Yeah. So we are a country. Oh, are we a country boy? If you were a real country boy and you saw me, I would be a city boy. But if you're a city boy and you saw me, I'm a real country boy. So it's a matter of perspective. It's a matter of perspective. Beautiful. There we go. Chuck that in there. Chuck that in there. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Coming together. Coming together just perfectly. There we go. Down like that. Then we have a little bit coming around here like this. We have a little bit that comes down here like this. And then we have a little bit down this bottom corner. Just hanging out. Just hanging out. Perfect. Are we going to put some in there? No, we're not. Thought about it. Thought about it and decided that we're not going to. Okay. Make sure these strokes go down clean and tidy. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Where are you at the beach? Dang, you seem burnt. I'm a little bit tanned. I'm not sure if I'm burnt, but I was outside today painting. So I was wearing sunscreen, but yeah, probably got just a wee bit cooked in the overall picture. But anyway, it is what it is, man. There we go. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. He's coming together really nicely. We've got a bunch of layers popping off. We've got portions going in the right place. It's all beer and skittles, guys. We could ruin this painting at any moment, but right now it's going all in the right direction. So, I'm excited about that. Just keep applying paint. Just keep applying paint. There we go. That's what the line was to look like. Hello. And there you go. Perfect. Bum 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 bum. Perfect. All right. Is it here up high enough? I think it is. I think it is. Am I going to go a little bit higher with it? I totally am. A little bit more. Sorry guys, just up there like that. It's not going to touch it, but it's going to get dang close. Perfect. All right. What's been said? 0% New Zealand. Plus, why would that stop me? I'm not sure. Live your dream. What paint are you using, and did you draw him first or just painted him on? So we just started painting. I'm big on that because those little issues that you make and mistakes you make is part of the beauty of the painting. The hair wasn't big enough. We've moved it across and made it bigger. The eye here has been dragged across. This one's been dragged up, including the eyebrow. And the cheeks were the biggest mistake. We made him far too gaunt. We've pushed out these big juicy cheeks to make him a bigger, rounder face. And that's actually, you'll notice here, the cheeks here are just brown, sort of like etched in there under a more gaunt expression. That's part of the fun of it, guys. I'll tell you what, let me just actually, so I'm not just yarning. Is that a better angle? Here we go. How's our angle there? I think we can see it. Legend has it painters were the ones who helped create planet Earth. Well, maybe, maybe. So we've done, how many layers? This is layer 3, 2? 3 or 2? 4? 4 if you include the epoxy layer, 4? Yeah, so we're building up texture on it. But like you'll see with these cheeks, like I was saying, see how they're just brown? Because we built up a face with 2 layers before we thought, actually, let's expand these cheeks. So now his face is widening, which is great, but that's a big change going on there. And in the hair as well, it's changing shape there a little bit. So this is all part of the fun, you guys. Let the painting do it. Don't think, the face is a funny shape. Just commit with your new lines where you want the face to be. And don't try and scrub out the old ones. Who cares? Everyone wants to see it. It's a fun mistake. allow it to actually become part of the painting. And so now actually the underlined cheek there, and where the cheek now sits, the fact that it expands, that's part of the painting's journey, and it's going to add to the flavour of the painting. And if you want to compare humans to robots, that's just something you're never going to get in a robot painting. You're not going to get a slight hiccup in a human's perception than to have the correct thing drawn over the top. That's real special. Thank you very much. Yeah. Cheers, guys. So what we'll do now with this one, this one's in a cool space. But is that the right place? Yeah. So this is on its fourth layer. I'm going to say fourth layer. But we need to pause because now it's got a lot of paint on it. Paint needs to dry. So we're going to give this a chance to get a bit less, a bit less wet. And I'm going to move on with our next painting for the night. How wild is that? He listens. He does listen. I do try. I do miss a lot of comments, and I'm really sorry about that. But we also have to get paintings done. So it's like a trade-off. So I sort of glance around and catch what I can. And when I miss your comments, I am actually really sorry. AI isn't perfect yet, but I think we all know it's going to be. And so let's have a think about where art actually sits in the presence of perfect AI. Is that right? This is a painting of a person I know. I've never met him. But he is he's asked for a really cool painting. I really like it. I think it's really funky. I think it's going to be a really loud piece on a wall. I think it's going to be really fun in all the good ways. So, I'm excited. You just saw a spider, did you? Wild. The painting it's squinting at you. Yes, indeed. Yep, so he's squinting and pouting a little bit. We are outside, baby. Right, so we are in New Zealand as well. Let me take this one down. Watata. And I'm just going to grab another one from the studio. So give me like 2 minutes to go pick one up. 1 second. Oh, that's rude of me, actually. Oh, that was silly. Check this one up here. And then what I'll do is I'll go like this. Oop. Whoopsie daisies. Whoopsie daisies. Whoopsie daisies. There we go. Cool. I'll leave him with you while I grab the other one. Here we go. Next painting, ready to go. Ready to go. I was just grabbing some white oil paint there too, guys. Come on down here. Down you go. There you go. There you go. This one is our next painting. Up. Right. Just like that. Just like that. So this one here has had 3 coats on it. But like I say, guys, painting is not a linear process. And we quickly found out in our 3rd coat, after the epoxy went on, that we had a couple of things to fix. And fix them we did, but at the cost of a lot of the picture's definition. So currently this painting needs some work and some love, which is great, because we did give that to it. Right, so a couple of characters in this one, a couple of wild colours. It's going to be fun to save. Thank you so much, guys. Can't wait to go across the ditch. Well, when you come to New Zealand, Stephen, welcome. That's a mum and a child, pretty much. Pretty much. It's the year of giving. No way you made that. Is that because you don't like it or you do like it? This is a canvas now. Now, I think Ash was saying earlier that if you're working on canvas, he's right, do your homework. He or she's right, go around the edges because you may choose not to frame it. And if you don't frame it, do your homework. Because you love it? Thanks, Gabe. Appreciate you. So, this one's got another 3 or 4 layers to go on it. But at the moment, it's starting to pull into position just right. But I forgot my pilot picture. Pilot picture's the... There's the fellow we were just painting though. There we go. Let me grab the correct picture though. 1 second. Oklahoma in the class. So how long did it take you to paint? Oh, this one here? This is about 90 minutes in. So we've got more ground to make and I'm excited. Give me just a moment. Just un momento. I'm back. Sorry to keep you waiting. Sorry to keep you waiting. Any tips for painting? Of course. Who knows exactly what tip I'm about to give? Who's been here long enough to know exactly what I'm going to say is my first tip for painting? I wish I could grab one of these grass corn dogs and blow flip. I don't quite understand, but that sounds pretty fantastic. Brush quality can matter a lot, but if you're trying to save cash, first thing to spend money on, because everything's good to spend money on, but first thing to spend money on is the paint. Good quality paint makes a huge difference, probably the biggest difference. And then after that, you've got your canvases and your brushes and all that other good stuff. But paint first. Where'd he go? No, sorry guys, I ran off to grab an image, and now I've got one. The grass corn dogs are behind you. Oh, those things. Yeah, they're wild. They're like some sort of sculpture. It's fun. Try to avoid the cheapest paint because it's got a lot of water in it. It's very see-through, very transparent. It won't land the way you want it to, and so you might end up getting frustrated at it and think that the problem's actually with you. And you'll be sitting there going, "Oh, I can't paint. You know, it's I'm the problem." When it's not you, it might just be the fact that paint doesn't go on the way you want it to. And that might not be your fault. That might be the fault of some real cheap paint that just doesn't flow nice. So so get ready to take the blame, but don't just take the blame because you think you should. That's silly. Okay, there we go. Do-da-dum. What are we saying here? Jason is the top 2 viewer. Welcome. Hello, how are you? I'm good, Jason. Welcome back. Good to have you. Good to have you. That's funny because it's true. And sorry guys, if I missed a few comments there, that's on me. I was ducking in and out because I was trying to get this next one set up. So we're on to our third painting for the day, second one for the night. And now we're just splashing around some paint. This one here has undergone some serious changes in its configuration. So now we're just trying to add some, what are we trying to add? We're just trying to reshape to what this new configuration has given us. And I'm doing it with oil paints. Wow. There we go. Hello. Little tummy there. Here we go. There we go. Happy days. What's your favourite piece of artwork you've painted? That's a big question. That's a big question. Are you Aussie? I'm Kiwi. So this is that frog snoring loud as fuck. Yeah, they will. Look, I love a lot of the pieces I've painted. It's very hard to pick just one. It's probably borderline. Oh, it's borderline impossible, guys. It's like I love them all for very different reasons. And so it's very hard to pit them against each other because the reasons don't compare in a way you can choose favourites. Don't stay up too late to it. Boo, I will not. Don't you worry. So this is the last one. I'm going to apply a thick coat of paint to this. And we'll be done by about, I'm thinking 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock, guys. That's when we'll call it. But right now, we've got plenty of time. So we're going to just use this time to slowly shape this image to where we need it to be. Oh my god, it's coming out amazing. Thanks. Thanks, Ladle. This goes through here like this. That goes through there like that. There we go. That's wholesome. There we go. And that goes down like that. That's like that. That's like that. And this is down here like this. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Now think about this background area, guys. It's actually got a lot more grey in it that you can give it credit for. We don't have grey on us right now, so we're going to use as a substitute. We are going to use purple, which we actually, once mixed with Arctic blue, it's going to come out a little bit grey. So that's going to be cool. That's going to be cool. There we go. It's just a little bit smoother because that's what we're up to. Sorry guys, missed a few things. I hope a snake don't slither by. Not in New Zealand. Ain't no snakes here, boy. Ain't no snakes. Just Kiwis. Is there anything you struggle to paint? Babies' faces are not my forte because they're so smooth and my style's quite rough and abrupt and expressive. And so babies' faces are usually best photographed. But I'll do them. But I typically say that, you know, if you want a really nice picture of your baby's face that will resonate with you, you might just be better to go with a photograph. But with old people and things like that, I can do a fantastic job with their face. I love painting seniors. Gradient work looks good with my style, but what else do I struggle with? No, I just think up-close portraits, like a portrait this size of a baby's face. Because when I do my lines and creativity, it's going to make the baby look more aged than it is. So it won't work too well. What? I don't know what you mean. Did you marry? I have not married. Just hobbits? Maybe. What layer are you onto this place? Okay, so we are onto layer 3. We did some moving around, so currently we're just still adjusting the painting from that, but we'll see what we get to. Grab some of this orange here. There we go. Nice mustard blue. This is what we're after. It's going to make the hair in here beautiful. This one here. Nice. Alright guys, I'm going to hang around till 12:30 I reckon. 12:30. Why layers? How late do you generally paint to? Look, I've been trying to do day sessions, but the weather's been really tough because, like today guys, it was really hot. And so it was sort of hard to get some good quality time in. But I'm making up for it in the evening. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. There we go. There we go. Sorry guys, did I miss some things there? What's your favourite thing to paint? My favourite thing to paint is probably an old person's face with lots of wrinkles, showing a whole bunch of character cascading over the face. Crow's feet, wrinkles on the forehead, things like that. Things that guide the composition. And rather than you just painting a stranger's face, the wrinkles in a senior's face can really define the character, and so they're quite hard to just think, right, I'm just going to paint a regular face. You've got to think, right, I'm going to capture the moments that makes this person's face special. I'm a fan of that. Oh, thanks guys. Appreciate it. Abby, yes I am. I'm in the most fantastic one you could ever imagine. Like, get as good as you could imagine, then times it by 3, and then get that number and run it back to the calculator and times it by another 6. Right, there we go. Perfect. Thanks, Ruin. Whoop whoop, Kiwi, oi oi oi. There we go. Yeah, thanks, Austin. Appreciate that. And sometimes she even pops into the streams, which is wholesome. But I think at this time of night, she'll be in bed. So that's the thing. Yes. Sorry, I'll just check the name on that. Ruan, yes, we do sell art. So I say we, yes, I do sell art. So you can see it in my bio and on my website, which you'll find a link for in the bio. And you can check it out on Instagram and message me via Instagram if there's any pieces you like. And for commissions and things like that too. I would love to look after you. But yeah, this is a commission here. This is 3 kids at a beach. Trust me, you'll see this. You'll see the 3rd kid. It's just we're just shifting things around at the moment. What was I saying? One day I'll stop losing my trail of thought. Oh, that's right. You can see the artwork. Yeah. Go into the bio. Go onto the Instagram page. Pop me a follow, and I'll show you new artwork as it shows up. And the website's all there. If nothing quite clicks with you, we can do commissions. I can do commissions for you. Making something special. We're all booked out at the moment. Until about early January. So unless you're in New Zealand or nearby, it'll be hard to get you a commission before Christmas rolls around. Because I'm trying to prioritise these ones to get them done. Sorry, missed something there. Do you name your paintings? I do, but I name them very basic things. So this one will be called 3 Kids on a Beach, because the idea behind naming them simply is so that when you go looking for them, if you were trying to show your friends a certain piece, you won't have to try and remember some wacky name that I've given it. I've really just named it exactly what I was painting. And then I sort of let the art itself and the way the brush strokes have been made and how wild it is, let that do the speaking. And then, yeah. So they don't need a crazy title to be crazy. That's the paint. The paint's crazy. Title can be bland. Title can be 100% descriptive. I missed a few things there, but thank you very much. So you make many of you. I should do that, Nikki. I've been talking to a few other people about that too. I'm sorry it's taken me a while to set it up. It'll be available on the website, and when it is, I will be sure to tell you all about it, because that will be the case. And plus, that makes the artwork more available for you guys, which is really wholesome and fun. I'm big on that. If you haven't heard me rattle off a yarn, I'm really big on everyone having access to art. That's why I love public art galleries. And I love, the ability for everyone to partake in something beautiful rather than just a chosen few. I think that's a really beautiful thing. That might just be me, but I'm a big fan of that. I think that's cool. Alright, there we go. I think that needs to go. What's going on here? Yeah, it's easy to move across a little bit. We're on the right trail. We are on the right trail. Can you draw yourself? Not right now. We're tied up with this painting, but it is an option. Keep it down, would you? You talking about the frogs? They've gone quiet now, so we should be all right. Thanks, Austin. Appreciate that. That is the goal. Have you draw yourself? 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 Have you draw yourself you? No, I have not. I prefer to draw other people. I've said it before in the stream, I'll say it again. I think there's more fun to be had with capturing someone else. It's more developing for me personally to try and capture someone else rather than just draw myself. I don't know that. I've never tried drawing myself, but I feel like there's more to capture in someone else's face. What's the hardest and easiest thing you've ever painted? I think the hardest things is someone you really care about, because you have to stop treating them like a person you really care about and just see them as shapes, tones, and lines. And there's a real challenge to that, because your emotional side is constantly fighting to turn them back into the person you know and love, and your artistic side is saying, where's the tones, where's the hues, where's the shapes, where's the lines? And so you're fighting there, and it's tough. So that'd be the hardest challenge you face. And the easiest thing is anything that you're doing currently in a flow state. A flow state gives you all the power in the world. If you go into a flow state, whatever you're painting, it's going to be a field day. He loves the sunflowers one. Yeah, that one didn't even survive that one wasn't even in my possession for 12 hours after it was finished. I think the moment I posted the story on that one, in fact, less than 12 hours, maybe 6 hours, and then everyone has been chasing me up about those sunflowers. So that was gone from the workshop pretty much straight away. It's really special. We captured something pretty cool there. But that was done as a hyperlapse. It wasn't on the stream, so I'll do better next time. Thank you very much, Cheryl, and thank you very much, Ash. It is 100% correct. This is a taken boy. Which part of New Zealand? This is Tauranga, but I'm usually in Auckland. Thanks, Hella. Appreciate you. And I could just blame it on the frogs. That is correct. And is this my full-time gig? It is. So I do this about 5 days a week. And it is fantastic. There's definitely a mental game to get over, guys, if you're thinking about doing a craft full-time, because your craft goes from being something that you've always used as an escape to being the thing that you're actually focused on full-time, and that's a big deviation. And so there's a little bit of a mental game to it, but that doesn't mean you're not going to love it, because that just means that the game's going to change a little bit. But you already knew that. If you're going to get into something like painting or a craft full time, you knew it wasn't going to be exactly as it was when you were doing it as a little hobby thing. You knew it was going to get wild. That's part of the fun. But getting the hang of little things, guys. Things like shipping. Things like framing. Stretching canvases. All the things that you thought were pretty straightforward until you try to do it en masse. Then things get crazy. The frogs are taking me out. I have to broadcast everything. There's such a thing as privacy. You can't even draw a proper stick figure. I'll leave painting. Hey, look, painting's like dancing. I say this over and over again. Just because you may not be the best dancer in a room doesn't mean you shouldn't dance. You absolutely should dance. That's part of the fun. Do you like Lord? Dylan, I think Lord's all good. I think Lord's okay. Bum, 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 bum. Let's just keep moving this little tackle like this. There we go. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, cool. She's got some pants here. And grab just the white here, just a whole bunch of white, because I need to cut in here like this, because there's actually coming up from here down here, and then here, and down here. There's a bit of separation between everyone. There we go. And that makes up this leg here. Before it scoops down here. Does this here? But that is that correct? That's correct. And that comes around to there. Yeah. Slowly pulling the rope on. I think I still need to push these kids out a bit more. Wild. Or am I gonna start pushing this lady across? I'm gonna push her across a bit more. I think that's fair. There we go. I like where that kid's sitting. Push them out. There we go. Across you go. You'll thank me later. There you go. Over just like that. Just like that. And that can come up like that. And that can come across like that. Almost there. Sorry guys. I'll be back answering comments in just a moment. Just getting ready to pull this whole character across by a little bit more. There we go. Fantastic. Don't overdo it, Seb. It's getting late. You're right, Austin. Another 12 minutes. That's all we'll do. And then we'll hit the track. After one of your earthquakes, water coming out through the ground. Wow. That's wild. I'll catch your streams again. My drive in Auckland starts in 2 hours. All right. Rowan, look after yourself. And thanks for joining in. Appreciate you. You're wearing a shirt that you use when you paint that horse's... yes, indeed. This is that shirt. This shirt does me very well. I like this shirt. Earthquakes here can be pretty rough. Hello from a fellow Kiwi. Shirt is too loose. Oh no. Oh no. Wild. Alright, and we go around here. Now, since we've moved that face, I'm going to grab some of this. We're going for purple with a little bit of red. And we're just going to really move it into the space here. There we go. Just going to move her across there. Let that here go wild. There we go. Round you go. Down there. That dribbles down there. And now we're really getting this kid in the right place. Now we're starting to look the way it's supposed to look. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Hey, welcome. Yes, Pauline, that is the plan. Good morning, guys. So, we are currently we're going to finish up in about 10 minutes, guys. Thanks, Nikki. And hello. Cheers, guys. So this is going to be... just going to step back a little bit and have a look at it from a distance. Yeah, this is coming together quite cool. But last 10 minutes, and I'm going to grab some orange. Orange, the purple on the brush, and then a little bit of white just to lighten it up. It's going to give us an orangey tan. The purple's going to go straight into it. It's going to make it a little more grey than anything. A vibrant tan. I'm going to use this sort of a colour to get in there and really add some colour around some of these parts. There we go. Hello. And there you go. And then down here you go. Now we're talking. You're going to come in here. Big and bold. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Leg over here. Leg over here. Now we're talking. Just in here. There we go. And that goes there. Cool. Coming together. Coming together. Look, I'm noticing some bugs flying around lately. Yes, indeed. So, bugs are biting, but I've got some insect repellent on. Will be all good. Jada, for dinner, I had chicken. Chicken was dinner tonight, and it was pretty yum. And I had a Pinot Noir to go with it. And what else do I have? I had a sorry, just gonna mash this out there. Here we go. Getting this forehead here. And there was asparagus, and there was, what else was there? There was, I forget now. I'm trying to rack my brain to remember what I had for dinner, while also trying to paint. So I had asparagus, chicken, and what was the one other thing? I forget. Skips my brain. So thank you very much. Are you sponsored by Oakley? No, I'm not. Maybe I should be though. I wear this shirt an awful lot, and I feel like I talk about it a lot too. So perhaps they should send me more of these shirts. I reckon that would be cool. That's all I want, more of the same shirt. And I'll be a happy boy. Pretty simple request if you ask me. His head's going to come in here. Cool, cool. What's our time at? 6 more minutes, team. Hello, welcome. You got any misses? Oh, yes, I think we misses in paint then for a moment. In terms of, I have missed with a few strokes on this canvas, but that's all good. We're catching up just fine. And if you mean the other kind of misses, then yes, I've got that too. So that's wild. There we go. That goes up there like that. That goes there. There we go. Brilliante. Coming together like a symphony. Like a symphony. Add this into the background. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. Perfecto. Hey, superstar. Hey, Steve, how you doing? You've just caught us at the tail end of the stream. I'm only here for another 4 minutes. Thanks, Ash. Yes, indeed. Well said. Good night, Seb. Take it easy. See you another live. See you, Cheryl. Look after yourself, and thank you so much for joining. I wonder what that frog looks like. I bet it's huge. They're actually just regular sized little frogs hanging out by the pool. So I think they've gone to bed now. Otherwise, they would continue to ribbit. They've stopped. So that makes me suspicious that it's bedtime for frogs. Yeah. But we do have problems with that in our pool because they come out and hang out with everyone. And there's some ducks now, which is pretty wholesome. Little ducks in the pool. About 12 of them. Proper little army. There we go. Now we're talking. Get some more of that in there, like that. Now we're talking to it. That's what we wanted. That's what we were after. More strokes like that. Hello. There we go. It's coming together stroke by stroke, guys. A lot of background in this picture. A lot of background means lots of depth. We keep playing with those shapes. Keep playing with that colour. Here we go. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, guys. Have you been doing live every night? I've missed a few lives. Glad to be here today. Yes, Jason, we've been going live as often as we can, and I will be going live tomorrow morning as well, but you've just, a lot of nice strokes there. Thanks, Eve. Appreciate that. Cheers, Ash. I'd call this style abstract expressionism or impressionism. Both are fine. That is all I've got for tonight. But if you have a look at my paint tray, we're still loaded. I've got tons of paint here. So I'm going to come back tomorrow morning. But to make sure we get a full productive day, I'm not going to stay up stupidly late to like 2 or 3 a.m. because if I do that, there's going to be no gas to come back and actually have a proper day. So early night tonight, we're going to come back to it tomorrow morning and smash it, probably around 7 a.m. NZ time. And yeah, that tray will be waiting for us. This canvas will be waiting for us. I think the weather's going to hold out, so I can leave everything set up here, ready for tomorrow morning. And we will go from there. Apart from that, if you want to see any more stuff, you can jump on my bio or my little reels or TikTok, Instagram, website, whatever you like. But apart from that, I'm off to get a good night's sleep. I think I've earned it. I'm proud of myself. And I hope you're proud of yourself too. You're all the best. I'm doing really well. Good morning from Colorado. And wherever else the rest of you are from in the world, I hope you have a great day or a great night. You're all the best, guys. Thank you so much. Absolute pleasure. I will see you in... it's hardly saying goodbye. I'm going to see you in 6 hours and a half. So we'll catch you then. Bye, guys.